Well, welcome everyone to today's broadcast. I'm blessed to have Dr. Ballah on with me today. And we've been talking about this last week, talking about how we can spur one another onto good deeds. And I feel like you're someone that you really encourage people to do great things all around the globe. Someone that when I'm looking at your life, I'm really encouraged. But for those that are kind of meeting you the first time, they're saying, who is Dr. Ballah? Obviously, we can say he's a medical professional. We can see from the cult here. But tell us a little bit about yourself there. And then I'm going to ask you about why God put this passion in your heart for these surgeries, these 20 surgeries that you're going to do but tell us a little bit about yourself as where did you grow up? And then how did you get to this point that you are today being able to now do these surgeries?
Well, thank you, Pastor Jolly, for having me here today, and it's great. It's a dream come true. My name is Augustine K. Ballah, and I was born here in Liberia, and I grew up with my grandparents in Firestone, Liberia. There between the rubber trees. Firestone is a rubber plantation company in Liberia. And growing up there, my grandfather was liberal, but there were many other professional people. But of all of them, the ones that really attracted me were the people in the white coats, and I saw them like angels walking around saving lives, and I, you know, got the passion that I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be one of those angels with the white gowns. Well, that was just a little about thought, but then as I grew up, yes, many other things developed that passion, and I keep working on it. And God blessed me. Computer school in Liberia from the University of Liberia, and then went on to medical school in China under a scholarship program, and I became a doctor in 2017. Came back to Liberia, served for 2 years, and went back again to China to specialize as a neurosurgeon, especially with the huge need for specialists in Liberia. And so I'm back in Liberia as Liberia's second neurosurgeon, and I'm excited and happy to serve the people of Liberia.
Yeah. Well, you showed this photo, and this was just a surgery you did at the hospital. And it was this child here. I'm going to show the picture up here, but it's an incredible, picture there. You're smiling, this little child in your arms here. And it caught my attention. Obviously, it caught your attention because after this point now, you're talking about 20 surgeries that you want to do for this particular cause, which is when the children have water on the brain. And if you can share a little bit about this and the need for the surgery that happened. So I'll show this picture here that shows kind of the before and afterwards. And you can see that the child, it doesn't look like a normal baby there. And what's happening with this child, Dr. Ballah? What needs to happen in order to correct this situation?
Yes, so first of all, talking about this picture and working in environment like Liberia, the challenges are so huge, and there's so many reasons to get frustrated and not want to smile. But that morning and having this baby walk to me in the clinic, that was after surgery with the mom. That was one of the reasons, one of the many reasons why sometimes I smile, because that child was born with congenital problem with excess water around the brain. And if nothing was done for that child, we're probably going to die before their first birthday.
Wow.
And so many of them, if they live longer, they're going to be over 3 years if nothing is done. But if intervention is done and surgical correction, they can be able to have a normal life and survive. And so that one of the many babies who parents couldn't afford the bare minimum to do the surgery is quite if you want to compare it to what it costs around the world, it's quite cheaper in Liberia. But many parents don't even afford it. And many babies like that are even abandoned by the parents that they are not normal or they're not going to monitor anything. But this mother, mom, the courage to come to hospital, and someone, she told me, a philanthropist decided to pay for her surgery and were able to operate the baby, and they came for follow-up she looked so cute. She was smiling and she was so happy in the mom hand. And I couldn't hold back to smile along. And that joy kind of encouraged me to continue doing what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
And so now you have this passion. You came up with this number 20 surgeries there. I asked you earlier how you could do this over a 4 or 5 day period of time, these 20 surgeries here. The cost is 700 Canadian, which is incredible that we can change a life. Sometimes we think like 700, it's a lot of money, but when you think of that, you can change, literally save a child's life. You're saying like a child usually will not make it past 3 years old or even 1 year old birthday, and where you can just do the surgery, takes a few hours to do the surgery, right? And then you can save this child's life. We are excited about this. And I just want, like, where did this number come from? Maybe it was just a number that popped in your head there. If it is, you just share that. But tell us about, like, this need is obviously big, and you're going to share this out now and have families come in that can't afford this surgery, probably from all around, not just in the capital city, right? But people coming from outside. I can't imagine probably the relief and joy of parents to know that there's a way out, or that you can have someone help your child out. And if you've ever had a child that's been sick before, you know that feeling of kind of helplessness. Even if you can get to the hospital, you know that feeling of like it's out of your hands, and you really need someone to help out. To have this kind of gift being given, it's amazing that you want to do this. But like, where did this come from all of a sudden, from doing this one surgery to now saying, I want to do 20 of them? I don't want to just have one and have this picture on my Facebook. I want to do 20.
Yeah. Yes, so the number 20 pop up is now a magic number too.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the International Christian Medical Fellowship having a third conference in Monrovia, and I was thinking as a visionary, well, there is so much need in our heart as medical Christian medical practitioners is to use our career to serve God, to be a blessing to the world. And so I thought, like, just come and gather, have scientific lectures and Mary Meg, and then go away. We should do something during the conference or after the conference that could be a blessing to a child. That the discussions we're going to have, we should be able to practicalize
Mm.
even a little. And there are a lot and even much more complicated neurosurgical cases that the needs are there for. And I was just looking around, like just making another child and the parents smart could be huge. It may sound little, but that could be quite huge. And I would just imagine, the joy that I had that morning when I hold feature in my hand to smile. Her name is Feature, and the mother, the joy, the excitement. And I was just thinking, what could happen if I could have 20 days in the month that every day I could hold one baby like
Mm.
that smarty. Then even if the month end I don't have a salary, that could be a huge, huge blessing. Like
Yeah.
20 days in the month, every day I could have that kind of smile. A mother and the parents could have that kind of smile. That could mean a lot. So there where the thought 20 came from. Like if we can be able to be a blessing to 20 families who have that kind of condition and they can afford, that would be maybe one of the blessing of the conference instead of just the awareness.
So I'm hoping those that are watching this, one is that, yes, just like the doctors are going to do something practical, you're giving your time, energy, people are giving their finances, as well, that we could participate in this and say that maybe you can do a whole surgery yourself. Maybe someone can have that and just say, you know what, that's going to be a sacrifice. But I thought about this, is that sometimes we have these memory stones that, they talk about where Israel would kind of build up these stones, and they'd have these kind of places of remembrance, right? And how for us, like in this year, it doesn't matter what's going on this whole year, this is going to be a remembrance stone where we can say like, wow, we changed a child's life around. And so as a church, we're going to be sponsoring some of these surgeries. There's 5 sponsored already. There's 15 children that will be waiting. In my heart, almost, I feel like it would be great if there was enough money coming in for 21, because it's always good to go beyond our expectation. And there might be one more child out there that really needs it. So I want to encourage you. Maybe you can do it by yourself. Maybe that's too much. But every single person, I think, as we gather together and we do something, and we do something, and we say, well, I can't do everything. But as we do something, someone else will come in and someone else will come in and we'll inspire each other. And we talk about spurring one another on, encouraging each other. And when I was looking at the word spurring, it means to even cause a riot. It's not usually a positive word. It means to agitate someone, right? And sometimes, like I thought about this when people ask about money. Sometimes it's an agitation, like, why are you asking me about money? But this is what the scripture is really talking about, is that sometimes it's not comfortable saying, I want to push you beyond your comfort zone. And so these children are waiting. I believe that it's going to happen, Dr. Ballah, because as God puts something in our heart, and by faith that it's going to happen. And so I'm believing that you're going to have that smile. God's going to bless you as you go out and you do these surgeries. But we are excited to partner with you in this area of doing these surgeries. And so I just want to encourage everyone watching today to partner with Dr. Ballah. The link is going to come up below, and I want to encourage you to be a partner with us as we do these surgeries. And so we're going to be sharing more and more as the month continues on here. But I want us to join and partner with Dr. Ballah as he does these surgeries, and we're going to see these kids' lives change together. Thank you so much for joining us today on the broadcast. Dr. Ballah, thank you so much in your heart and this mission. We're going to be praying for you as you join together at the end of June for this medical conference, medical professionals coming across Liberia. And then as you do these surgeries, we're going to be looking forward to the smiling pictures on the Facebook page. Big smiles everywhere. And if you can partner with us in the area of giving, we'd love for you to do that. God bless you. Have an incredible rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining us today on the broadcast.